Hello, hello. Guess what time it is? Streamy time. That's what time it is. Hi, Blue Breeze. How are you today? Working time. That's right. How you doing today, Cal? Okay. Alright, let me get all my shit set up. Working on stream redeems. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. I'm so lazy. All mine are just like the default Twitch ones. I'm so tired. Like hydrate or don't shrimp. Yeah, I saw some of that. I saw your Wobby Bobby. Looks good. Blue Breeze. God, I'm so tired. I like woke up with like, you know how like sometimes you wake up and you can tell that you've maybe either been like crying in the nighttime or like when you were asleep and you didn't know, or like your eyes are just like extra moist or something. But I woke up with all those like dried tears all over my face this morning and I was like, cool. So I think my body is processing everything that fucking happened. And it's intense. Very intense. But I'm doing okay. I started late today. I'm trying to take a nice relaxing day off today. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Today might be a not get through all the work day. We'll see. But I had a nice cup of tea. I played more Tomb Raider 1 last night and got through like my favorite level ever. It's like the St. Francis's Folly level. So great. Lots of fucked up animals in that level as well. So that's been kind of the play-by-play. It's been very nice to be able to make sure that I'm still connected with people who have some semblance of an idea of what's going on in our country. So that's a huge relief to be able to listen to people and know that it's like I'm not crazy, like I'm okay. But it's definitely still very insane. Still insane. Oh, so we're having fun? Yeah, definitely. Loads of fun. Loads of fun. So much fun. Oh wow, we got like a longer sprint like right out the gate. First thing here. Honestly, yeah, drowning motions and writing is a good solution. Yesterday we did like an 8-hour sprint and that shit was insane. I did like a pop-up sprint and we just worked and stuff and talked about social media. And I got everything ready for my upcoming week and we're going to try to like hit so many like social media platforms and stuff, and if things work they work, and if they don't they don't. I'm going to be trying Lemonade for like a month, and if Lemonade starts to do stuff for me, cool, but if it doesn't, then I'm going to leave it alone. Those kinds of things. But otherwise we're going to be working on this today. I'm on the final 4 chapters of Fatal Mechanisms, and I got to make sure that I format this thing correctly. And it's really difficult. So I don't know what I'm doing. And we're going to start with... We're going to have like some micro sections and stuff. I don't know if they'll like this formatting. We'll see. Alright, yeah, well, it was good seeing you, Blue Breeze. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, I think, on this first sprint, because I was already late today, but, like, it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, so let's get started on this thing. Work if you have time to work. If I'll maybe see you later, Blue Breeze. I'll be in here until 2:15 if you're gonna be here. So see you all soon. Good luck on your work, and let's get started. Yeah. All right, that's one sprint done. Despite everything, I keep telling myself that I'm not supposed to add any more words, and I'm like, whoops, here's a whole ass other chapter. That's fine. Hey, Morgana, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome into the stream. How are you today? How you doing? My name's Tycho. It's nice to meet you. Today we're doing writing and editing sprints, so while the timer's going, I've been working on my manuscript for a science fiction novel that I'm going to be submitting to an agent in February, and I'm screaming trying to get it done, and I keep telling myself that I'm not supposed to add any more to this word count because it really needs to be less than 120,000 words for mainstream market, and it's currently 136,000. So at the end of the stream, by the end of the stream, I'm probably going to be going through and cutting a bunch of words out of this, and it's going to be really hard. But we'll see how it goes. How did you do, Lear? How was your productivity? Here's the whippy. Nice, fantastic, Morgana. Have plans of self-publishing. That's very cool. Well, if you have any questions about that process, please let me know. I'm a self-published author myself. I've self-published 9 books. Yeah, 9 books. I dropped a link to my work on my website if you want to check it out and just see what I got going on. And I'm a self-publishing consultant as well. And in this stream, I like to just answer questions and hang out and try and be as helpful as I can, because self-publishing is fucking awful sometimes, and that's okay. This is going to be my first time trying trad publishing. I've never done that before, but I'm trying to, hopefully the goal for me is to become a hybrid published author, so that way I can use the traditional publishing to fuel my backlist for my backlist sales, if that makes sense. Also, for those of you on Twitch, ads are going to start in about 50 seconds. But also, Cal, oh my god, this emote, or this alert, look at his little head. Look at his little peats. Look at his little feet. Current word count is 52K 0 draft. Very nice. What are you writing? What kind of book are you working on? That's great, Cal. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I've had a really weird journey. I've had like a wild ride. I'll talk more about my work when we come back from ads. It'll be, yeah, ads are going to be starting here just very shortly. Everybody stretch. Stretch. Ugh. Dark fantasy. Goal is 95K. That's a good goal. That seems right. That's cool. I don't write dark fantasy at all. I mostly write lighter fantasies. I've written a lot of children's work, actually, like middle grade and young adult. So I've only recently started writing adult books. Oh, let me roll these dice, these stream dice, these sprint dice. We added 1 minute to our sprint. I have a book cover on the way. Okay, ads are coming. Here they go. While ads are going, I'm just going to keep, like, writing, and then once ads are done, it'll be fine. Poor Sakita, he's having a meltdown. It's fine. Not totally, but existential dread is real. Hello? Are we back? Are we free? Cool. Okay, Microsoft Word, I see. Yeah, right? It's like, chill out. Yeah, I've written mostly middle grade and young adult works. I'll talk briefly about my work here. I'm a trained author and an illustrator, and I have a master's in publishing, so my goal is to figure out, the publishing industry and help people figure out the best way to be able to publish their own books, I guess, is the main thing. So, yeah, I've written a bunch. Some of my stuff has won awards, which has been very, very cool. Some of it is free to read, and I've definitely learned a lot. Oh, speaking of that, I need to go back in here because apparently Wattpad is like, I don't know why they're like this. I already did this. Let me fill this out. They're like, they won't let me back into the creators program, and they're having issues. I will say, let's see, what did you say here? I will say Barnes & Noble Press is less likely to screw you over. I have never used Barnes & Noble Press. I publish exclusively through KDP and Ingram Spark. That's my workflow. I don't know what Barnes & Noble Press has to offer. The reason I use KDP is to have access to their Amazon bestseller tools, including their Amazon free promo, ebook promos, as well as their countdown deals, and then I use that in combination with free promos like Bargain Booksy and things like that in order to produce works that, or like sales and marketing deals that reach a wide variety of audiences. So in my workflow, for example, I use written word media as a huge thing, and I find that KDP allows me to control my ebook prices enough to be able to make these marketing tools work. So it's definitely interesting. There's definitely no one right way to do it for sure. But Barnes & Noble Press is not something that I'm very familiar with. Amazon also gives you 70% royalty for ebook. And then let me see. Let me figure out how many royalties if you sell author copies on Amazon. I got to do my math here. On Amazon, you can get up to 80% royalties if you sell your own author copies for paperback books. So it's probably 6 to 1, half dozen of the other. But yeah, I personally wouldn't ever use Barnes & Noble Press. That's just my workflow, though. It seems like they give you about the same royalties, if not more, for paperbacks and ebooks, though. Ingram Spark is essential for distribution to bookstores. That's really why I use that as well. Almost every single bookstore that I've ever worked with only buys copies from Ingram Spark, so you kind of have to have both active at the same time is the vibe. And it's the same workflow. If you've ever read, if you're into dark fantasy, have you read Mercy by Ian Haramaki? Yeah, Amazon is not exclusive. It's only exclusive for ebook. If you do want to use their books, or their ebooks, like tools to publish. But yeah, if you read Mercy by Ian Haramaki, he uses the same workflow as me too. I know him in real life. He lives near me. It's crazy. Small world or some shit. Yeah. Ian's one of my closest friends. We're going to be going to a con together this weekend, actually. It's going to be fucking crazy. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't, Ingram Spark, technically Amazon is not exclusive for publishing, but if you want to use their promotional tools like the Kindle Countdown deals and their Kindle free ebooks to promote your ebooks and also use Amazon ads in some cases, that's when it becomes exclusive, but it's only exclusive for ebooks. But otherwise, I publish, like, if you look at my title on Amazon right now, King of Dust, Where is that bad boy? Buried. Yeah, if you look at this, this ebook is the Amazon version, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, which again is why I publish through KDP, so it has access to Kindle Unlimited. Then this hardcover is the Ingram Spark hardcover here, this bad boy. And then this paperback, because I'm on Amazon, is the KDP paperback. But if I were to go over to, like, I think actually Target, I've never searched for it on Target.com, so we'll see if it's over here. Nope, guess it's not in Target. Hold on, let's find Barnes & Noble. It's probably over here. Yeah, so on Barnes & Noble, this one is the Ingram Spark paperback over here. Ingram Spark takes less royalties, or gives you less royalties, but that's kind of how this workflow works for me, is that I'm using those two platforms to get on multiple fronts. The only difference is that you can't use Ingram Spark then to do ebooks in that way. Or if you do use Ingram Spark to do ebooks, you have to turn off distribution to Amazon. So that way it doesn't override this Kindle ebook over here, so that you can still exploit all of their stuff as well. So, but yeah, I don't know anything about Barnes & Noble Press. I'd have to do more research into it. That was not something that was ever brought up during my master's. But yeah, I would say whatever works for you, you know? About the 70% Amazon, I'm confused on the Woofles. Isn't it 70-30 after the remaining amount from the total set price minus the print fee? So the 70% Amazon royalties is only for your ebook. Ebooks technically don't have any production cost because they're digital. So every single sale that you make, so for example, with my King of Dust ebook here, let me go back over here. With my King of Dust ebook, the ebook itself is let's see, I want to know what the actual price is. The ebook price is $4.99 here, right? So after that $4.99, whatever that math is you take $4.99 times 0.7, and so that's $3.49. You just make $3.49 if somebody purchases the book. The thing is if you use those Kindle deals or the marketing tools to make your ebook free, for example, you don't make any money because the book is free. It costs Amazon $0 to produce, and you made $0 from a sale. So 0 minus 0 is 0, right? And so that's something to remember. If you are selling paperback copies, the way that works is that they have a print cost for what the book costs to print. And this is true for any publishing service. It doesn't matter if it's Amazon or otherwise, right? And your royalties are dependent entirely upon what your agreement is. Let's see. If you're doing a paperback book, and actually, Morgana, it looks like Amazon is higher. KDP is a fixed 60% on paperbacks, just in case you were wondering. 80% if you sell your own author copies in person, though. 60% through their store. So let's assume it's 60% for paperbacks, right? And say the print cost, let's just make it super simple, is maybe $4, right? So my paperback book for King of Dust is $14.99. What that means is we subtract from $14.99 the total print cost, which is $10.99. So that is the maximum amount of profit that would come from the sale. At that point, Amazon is going to give me 60%, so I will make $6.05 or 50 cents off of a print sale through the Amazon website, right? That's how that works. So each different format has its own math. To be honest, I feel like I don't really make a lot of sales through Amazon. I sell almost all of my books through in-person events, and that's how I make my money. Or I sell directly to bookstores that way, and the bookstores sell stuff for me. So keeping that in mind, it's kind of one of those things where you're probably not going to make a lot on Amazon royalties unless you're like an ultra famous really big, very well-known author already, and that's where traditional publishers kind of come in, is that they have the ability to sell that front list. Does that make sense? So yes, you do get a free ISBN and barcode from Amazon. I don't know about Barnes & Noble Press, though. So I can definitely say, can confirm, Amazon does give you a free ISBN and barcode. However, I know I would personally recommend, and I know that it is expensive, in order to get your books into bookstores, you have to have your own ISBNs, because in order to go through Ingram Spark, you need your own ISBNs. I would, if you can, shell out for ISBNs through Bowker, if you're here in the United States, to get those ISBNs, because they will come in handy later. But if you can't do that right now, that's not necessarily the worst, and you can like effectively ramp up, because you can publish Ingram Spark editions of your book at any point. It doesn't matter if it's like right next to the publishing date. I would double check your setup. Oh, because whatever KDP says is correct is what is the amount that they'll pay you for it. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on like what your back end looks like, because I don't think it has to do with KDP quote screwing you over. There's a lot of things to consider that they try to be upfront about, but if you're not like looking at it, again, if your book was discounted, I'm going to show you guys my back end so that you can see what's going on here. You can see what's going on here. Let me go into this, and we're going to go to ebook pricing or book pricing here. So this is my book pricing for King of Dust here, right? So whether or not you have all of these things checked is going to change your royalties, right? So for example, I don't have expanded distribution checked in KDP because I do all of my expanded distribution through Ingram Spark, right? But if Amazon says that they give you this rate, this is your royalty, that's your royalty. So again, this is coming from, it's actually slightly less than what I thought. And the reason is actually, I realized my math was wrong, is because not only are we accounting for the printing fee, but that also means that there is probably a hosting fee on their website as well. So again, $14.99 minus that print fee of $4.84 is $10.15 times 0.6 is $6.09. But then if you look at this, you can find this article here that says learn how royalties are calculated, right? This is going to show you exactly how those numbers are, they're getting to those numbers. So this is their math. Royalty rate times list cost minus printing costs equals royalty, right? So it's very similar to the math that I was doing, but that's through Amazon distributed channels only. And that's what's important here. So you can use their calculator to say, okay, this is how this works. But again, if you're looking at the back end of KDP, whatever they say here is what they're going to give you through this list price. And the royalty rate varies based on distribution channels. So that's important to remember. Again, it's kind of one of those things where I wouldn't rely super heavily on making sales through Amazon, because it's not really about KDP screwing you over. It's about Amazon as a platform kind of screwing you over. So I utilize Amazon to, if this makes sense. Man, Mr. Man, you stink. My cat just jumped up on me and he's got stinky poopy butthole. It's all right. I use Amazon to be able to get me the best ability to distribute ebooks, and that's its strength. That's what it's good for. But if we're talking like how you're going to make the most money off of sales and how you are going to be in control of the max amount of royalties for your work, it will always be selling it in person, no matter what. And so that's why in my closet I have a stock of, 40 to 50 different, or 50 copies of King of Dust in there so that I can take them to bookstores. I'm going to be taking them to a convention this weekend so that I can sell, 10, 15, 20 copies over a weekend. And then that's going to get me 80% royalties on this. And you can always do research too. And I would say, Morgana, if you're the main thing that I would consider, and this is where this gets tricky, is reach. Amazon is going to have a much larger reach than Barnes & Noble. So I would watch out for that. That would be why I would recommend against Barnes & Noble Press. But if you want that expanded distribution right away, the thing is, man, and this is where this gets tough, is that bookstores do not accept Barnes & Noble Press as expanded distribution, if that makes sense, right? Like every local bookstore that I've ever contacted in my state, which is, I live in Colorado personally, they always say we only order directly through Ingram Spark. And that's how I've gotten all of my in-person like book sales, or like for bookstores, or through selling at book events at bookstores. Like I did like 3 author signings in the last like 2 months at a variety of different bookstores. So I would be very careful with that. If your goal is to have your book in bookstores, these 2 things are the biggest thing. KDP, 1, is going to have more reach, and then 2, you probably are not going to be able to get it into bookstores. And so that expanded distribution might not work in the way that you think it will, if that makes sense. But yeah, the marketing tools and promotional features are really going to be the major reason that KDP backpacks itself. But I will say, truly though, probably this is true. I've never received proofs from Barnes & Noble Press, so I wouldn't know. But the proofs from KDP can oftentimes be trash. I would never print hardcover through KDP, fucking ever. Their hardcover books are uglier than sin. They're so bad. So yeah, ebooks. Ebooks is where KDP is really, really strong. Oh, hey, Badrick. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like, totally fucking ignore you. I'm so sorry. I was, like, in the zone. I actually really need to, like, also jump into another sprint as well. But yeah, I've had a lot of success doing it this way. This year, I sold almost 200 books just by myself. And I make around probably... I don't know. I'd have to do the math on that one. I made probably around $2,500 this year, if I had to guess, just on my own independent book sales doing this pipeline. So if you do it, let me know how it goes. Let me know how you feel about Barnes & Noble Press. But yeah, like, I feel like most people are saying, like, and this is just all in all, KDP will sell more copies. KDP or Barnes & Noble Press has an editing tool for ebooks, but it sucks. Amazon has a better search engine. Much as I dislike Amazon's predatory business practices, KDP is the better way to go. Yeah, so I would reach out to multiple authors and see what their opinion is on it. I personally, if it was me, and this comes from, again, 9 published books of experience and a master's in publishing, I would personally not go. Yeah, this is also a major thing to consider. This was 2 years ago. On the brink of bankruptcy, Barnes & Noble was bought out and James Daunt was put in charge of the company. Daunt is the first breath of fresh air Barnes & Noble has seen in years and has made many aggressive changes to how the company runs. But in terms of market share and number of ebooks sold, Amazon wins hands down. Amazon sells roughly 80 to 85% of all ebooks sold in the US. I just can't afford purchasing an ISBN at the moment. Amazon's ISBN is free. KDP's ISBN is free. So that would be why I would choose KDP. Yeah, you don't have to pay for an ISBN via KDP. It's all free. If you want to do expanded distribution via Ingram Spark, then you have to pay for an ISBN. But if you want to just publish through KDP, it's 100% free. No setup fees. The only thing that you do have to pay for is the cost of a proof copy, which I would definitely 100% recommend getting a proof copy before you publish anything, and that's like $15. And unfortunately, Amazon Prime shipping does not apply to proof copies, which does kind of suck, but Yeah, I would use Barnes and Noble for expanded distribution in lieu of like Ingram Spark. But you'd have to do the paperback through Barnes and Noble, and then you would have to do the ebook through KDP if you were to do it that way, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the beauty of self-publishing, is that it's literally like a massive like mix and match of like plug and play, and you can test things, and if certain things work and then they don't work later, that's like that works, you know, that's pretty cool, and you can just change it up and it's whatever. um but yeah, gosh, like things have changed so much since I first even started publishing, because I was publishing back when KDP was called CreateSpace, and that shit did not work. It was really bad. It was really fucking bad. Also, this is really good, Cal. I love this to fucking death. It's so cute. But yeah, yeah, it's a lot of trial and error. I've got it down to like a fucking fine science now. So now, yeah, now the goal is to get it in front of a trad publisher, so that way they can help push my books. Posture check. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. But yeah, if you ever want to chat more about it, Morgana, because I'm not only, I guess I should also mention too, I'm the illustrator for all of my own work. I literally do every single thing for my books myself, except for the editing, because I have to pay other editors to edit my work. Obviously, you can't really look at your own stuff. I'm also a freelance professional editor. I work for a book marketing company currently right now called Pubvendo. So I have a wide gambit of experience. I've been doing this for probably about a decade. So if you ever have any other questions about literally anything, especially for me, my biggest thing is trying to work on publishing books within a budget, because I was like literally working on a $0 budget for the majority of my career. But you can always join. We have like a Discord where all of like the writers in this stream hang out and like chat about cool stuff and vibe and share our work and talk about what we've got working on, and or what we've got going on and what we're working on and all of that other stuff. So if you ever want to join, I make YouTube videos like once a week answering common self-publishing questions, or like, yeah, just being in the Discord chatting and answering other people's questions, because it can be really, really, really overwhelming for no reason. And every place is going to have its pros and cons. The publishing industry as a whole is just like low key kind of predatory, actually. That was one of the major things that I learned in my publishing masters, is that it's the reason why I've stayed away from traditional publishing for so long, is because you lose control of a lot of your work, and that's really fucking shitty. It's just really, really bad. So I'm a little nervous stepping forward and going into this more traditional space, if I can get this agent. But I've proven that I don't really need to do that. So it's tough. It's like, are you going to be making like tens of thousands of dollars a year doing or self-publishing? Probably not. But are you going to be in control of your work? Yes. Okay, I sent the thing back into Wattpad again. I'm like, please let me back in. I just want to be able to pitch you my stupid werewolf shit. But on that note, though, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump back into sprints. So let's work for 20 minutes. Let's get some writing done. Tell me about what you're working on in the comments or in the chat. And I'm going to keep trying to fucking write this stupid chapter that I am definitely not supposed to be writing. And I will be back in about 20-ish minutes. Hello, hello. That's it for sprint. That's it. How's everybody doing? How did we do? What kind of work did we get done? I am almost to 137,000 words, which is really bad. So I need to, like, fucking not do that. Also, hi, Jamie. How you doing? Also, Morgana, I'm glad that you found your cover artist, though. That's always the hardest, is trying to find somebody who's reliable and affordable. I hope that your cover looks nice. I'm really tired. I'm just fucking super tired. This cat nuked the entire apartment with his stanky butt. It was really gross. And then now he left, like, literally a small animal's worth of, like, shed on my desk and on me. Bruh. Like, so much fur. Nice. Nice. Coming along. Very nice. It's happening. Yeah, I'm just cold. Cold as hell. I don't want it to be fucking cold anymore. Okay, let me go and make sure that they let me into the fucking Wattpad Creators Program again. Why would they do this? Hello? All parties have accepted. Okay, I signed the thing. Let me in, damn it. I just want to get back into the fucking Discord. Okay, hopefully that worked. I have to rewrite this entire chapter, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, just cold, and knowing that I don't really have, like, that many options for lunch, but I don't know what I want to make. Definitely feeling like I don't know. Very emotionally drained. That would be the way that I would describe this entire vibe, if that makes sense. Mr. Man, you can't just sit on my computer right in front of all my monitors where I need to work and just purr until I do stuff. You can't just do that. So that's my tea. Okay, I'm gonna need you to come and sit on my lap or go somewhere else. You already smell like a nuke. A poop nuke. Stop being a poop nuke. You're so nasty. Okay, you gotta go. Get out of here, poopy butt. He's so nasty. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't really, like, have money yet. Because I'm like, Do I want to, like, order DoorDash? Maybe I will. And, like, I technically have money, but what I'm scared of is that I feel like maybe, Nah, I have leftovers. I need to chill out. I have, like, leftovers. But it's like, I fucking, my damn ADHD brain is always like, well, that's not what you want right now. And I'm like, well, it's what we have. Like, I don't have money yet because I'm poor. No, that also. Yeah, I'm waiting for my paycheck. I don't know when the fuck it's supposed to show up. It didn't come this Friday, so I'm assuming the 24th is when I'm going to get paid. So I'm running off of like $100 and some in a dream. And that's kind of where I'm at. But I have to be cautious because I just bought a new phone because my other phone broke. But I don't know if they're going to give me the return money or the trade-in money on my other phone yet. And I'm afraid. I'm so scared that they're not going to. So I need to be very cautious with what I spend. And already I was bad, and I, like, depression bought Tomb Raider, so I have to just, like, hang out. Because, of course, my brain's just like, just get, like, Santiago's beans. Or just get, like, El Chubby's beans. And I'm like, oh my god. That actually would be fucking phenomenal. Maybe it is the beans. Maybe the beans is the answer. Are beans the answer? I don't have any home beans. That's the problem. I have 0 beans. And so many places around me are just street tacos, which is not what I want. I forgot that these guys do birria tapatio ramen. I love Mexican food. Bless. Because there's Chubby's. Fuck Qdoba. Qdoba's not real Mexican food. I've been meaning to try La Fogata. They claim to have, like, the best green chili. And they do have, like, a really nice, Oh, but they got, like, a $5 delivery fee. Nope. Qdoba. Qdoba isn't even, like, American Mexican food. Because there's like, oh, Little Anita's looks good. In Colorado, okay, all right, hold on. Now I have to give a master class on the different types of Mexican food. Hold on. Okay, so Mexican food. There's obviously Mexico is a massive fucking country, right? Massive country. However, I'm actually going to use the Google map in this particular case. Most of Mexico is on the coast, right? So there's going to be there's going to be like 2 different types of Mexican restaurants that we find here in the States. For context, I'm here. So I'm a little bit far from Mexico, but truly my family's from like here. New Mexico is effectively just Mexico. This entire part of Texas is just Mexico. Almost all of Arizona is just Mexico. Las Vegas might as well be just Mexico, and like LA is effectively just Mexico, just for context, okay? So that being said, the first major group of Mexican food you have is mariscos. Mariscos means seafood. Mariscos is going to be all of the coastal food coming from all of these different areas. So you'll have food from like the Yucatan Peninsula, you'll have food from Tabasco, you'll have food from Guadalajara, Jalisco. I really like Jaliscan food. You'll have also, there's this entire subcategory of Baja Californian food. that is a type of marisco. Mariscos obviously rely a lot on seafood, and it can either be hot or cold food, but most of the time it's like stews, or like this one is a cóctel del camarón, so that's like fish that's cooked in like raw, or it's raw fish that's cooked in like lemon juice, like aguas frescas, or not aguas frescas, aguas chiles, or things like that. So this is mariscos. That's category number 1, okay? So there's loads of mariscos restaurants around me, but that's not what I want. The second category is Mexican street food. Okay? So Mexican street food is going to most likely come from the center areas of Mexico. So we're talking Mexico City, we're talking Oaxaca, we're talking Chihuahua, we're talking Durango, we're talking like any of these like center pieces here, right? There's Oaxaca right there. Veracruz, right? Those kinds of, maybe not Veracruz so much, but definitely Mexico City, definitely Oaxaca, definitely Chihuahua. Definitely Chihuahua, right? So that's going to be, what is this white lady? That's definitely going to be things that are served like quesadilla, like tacos like this. We're not talking like fucking crunchy tacos. There are no tacos here. Flautitas. I don't know what these things are, but they look good. But these are definitely like flautitas. They're like taquitos, right? Taquitos are going to be flautitas or flautas. Elote, menudo, pozole. These things, these are like loaded Doritos in a fucking bag. Michoacan food also is that. I can get plenty of that shit around me, which is great, but that's not the kind of Mexican food I want. There's then the third category of Mexican food, which happens only in Colorado and New Mexico, okay? Fuck Texas. Tex-Mex is not real. Well, okay, if it's a Tex-Mex made by a Mexican person, I consider that real Mexican food. Tex-Mex made by a Mexican person is not real Mexican food. Here, because if you look at this map, we have massive amounts of, this is the Navajo Nation here. We have the Mescalero Res here. We have the Jicarilla Apache Nation Res. So this would have been my family. The Ute Reservation is here as well. And so if you can imagine these three major groups. So you have the Diné, the Apache folks, the Ute folks. All of these people used to be up here. And then they were unfortunately forced specifically into these areas. Oh yeah, and then also too the Laguna Pueblo. Pueblos here too are also indigenous, right? That indigenous food combined with the Mexican food in New Mexico to create specifically what I would call San Luis Mexican food. And it looks specifically like this. And I know that this does not look to be like the most appealing shit on the whole planet. But this food is a mix between indigenous foods and Mexican foods. It's typically covered in chile, and most importantly, green chile. So this is what we call a Christmas style, where you have red chile on the bottom and green chile on the top. And you can see these are frijoles. I don't know why these pintos are just like raw pintos, but like that's fine. Normally I'd be like, get the frijoles in there. There's frijoles. Everything is smothered. Everything is covered in cheese. You have nachos. You have salsa. You have tamales. You have like all of these things. That to me is also just as valid and real Mexican food. So those are the three major categories of Mexican food, with maybe Tex-Mex being the other kind of Mexican food. Tex-Mex is like what we call white people taco night. Okay, so that's how that goes. Qdoba is so far away from any of those categories that it doesn't even count as Mexican food. Like, what the fuck is this? This is worse than white people taco night. Does that make sense? It's really hard to explain. But nothing about the flavors. They're Mexican inspired. This is like, I don't even have an example to compare this to, because I can't even say that like Panda Express is not, I can't say that Panda Express is not Chinese food because it was founded by Chinese people, right? But Qdoba is so white that the flavors are wrong. Like these are the people who run the restaurant. Like, like, I don't trust this. This is not right. Chipotle at least is a Colorado-founded Mexican chain, so I'll take that. And so Qdoba is just ass. It's just really, really bad. So yeah, long story short, fuck Qdoba. Hopefully that makes sense. There's so many different types of Mexican food. Qdoba is not it. Let me see what I'm going to be eating, because I do want beans. I need beans. Viva Burrito's okay. Pupusas! Oh, shit. Wait, do I want pupusas? Oh, maybe I do. Damn, this is hard. I don't know if we're free out of the ads, by the way. Oh, tortas y tacos al chino is good. Guys, help me. What am I doing with my life? I don't have money for this. I don't have money for this. I gotta eat the shit in the fridge. I gotta eat the shit in the fridge. Also, hi, White Spider. Holy Lord. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. I really should be starting on another sprint before I run out of time on stream. Okay, good luck driving. Stay safe on the roads out there. I know that this morning they were kind of fucking crazy, so be very careful. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on this next section. I'm very close. I got to rewrite this entire chapter, so wish me luck. We're going to be working for... I gotta write this entire thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this sprint. Definitely feel free to keep chatting in the chat, and I will be back in 21 minutes. Here we go. All right, all done with that sprint. How did everyone do? I'm almost done rewriting this chapter. Oh yeah, dark romance is a whole genre. I'm like going back and reading the chat. But not only just dark romance, they call that dangerous love or dangerous romance, and it's typically where you have like an ultra violent male lead. But yeah, mafia romance is a huge part of that subgenre. They sell a shitload of books. Almost done with the stretch. Very nice, very nice. I still want beans. I have pasta in the fridge, and I'm like, I should just eat the pasta. But my brain's like, beans are great. It's just fucking cold, and I just don't want to, like, work or do anything, you know? Oh, Tatsu's food is here. I'm trying to figure out if this old lady who's messaging me on Tumblr is a bot or not. I hate the internet so much. Bot or not? Yeah, totally, right? I think she seems like a real person, but it's hard to say. All right. I'm going to go ahead and run this sprint because we're effectively right up at the end of stream. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this next one. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this damn chapter and get to the end of this goddamn book. And then I have to go back through and, you know, edit, actually, like, do the Grammarly stuff. I don't fucking know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, done! You really were almost done. Done! Looks good. Looking spicy. I dig it. Yep. I wish, my hands were not fucking cold. Okay, since we're in the middle of an ad break, I'm just going to start Sprinty. So let's do this last one, and then I'm going to have to sign off for the day. Here we go. All right. That's the end of the last sprint. How did everyone do? Took a break. I've done 5 assets today from start to finish. That's a fuck ton of work. That is a lot of work. I am on the last chapter of this fucking book. And somehow we actually, by cutting that one chapter, I actually reduced the word count back down to 36,000 rather than close to 37,000. So somehow that helped me, I guess. I am still hungry and I still want beans, but beans are not in my cards today. Yep, no beans. Just pasta. Yep. And the pasta's good. I shouldn't complain. I typically tend to not like Italian food as much. Mexican food is definitely, and especially Colorado Mex and like New Mex is my comfort food for sure. Sushi is good for warm weather. Mexican food is good for cold weather. That's how I live. All right, see you later, Jamie. I'm going to be done in probably a few seconds anyway. I'm really going to try and get to the bottom of this chapter while I'm like chatting at the very end of this. It was good seeing you, and thank you for lurking and hanging out. I appreciate it. Sorry, Mr. Man. No, don't step on my computer, please. I know you're so hungry. Give me just a second. I gotta go downstairs and get all of your food from the mailbox because it was probably just delivered, and then I gotta come back up here, and then I gotta feed you because somebody won't eat the whitefish. It's you. It's you, Mr. Man. He's so sad. He keeps just like touching me on the face. He's like, did you forget I'm alive? And I'm like, no, I didn't. But you won't eat the whitefish, so I already fed you a whole Nulo and also a bunch of treats. And you have dry food, but you won't eat it. Nah, he has only half of his teeth. I don't blame him for not wanting to eat the dry food, but yeah, whitefish is like the only thing that he won't eat for whatever reason. That's the only thing he doesn't really like. Yeah, well, he said fuck whitefish. He was like, that's nasty. But it's the same reason I don't really like albacore tuna. I get it. You don't like the whitefish. I don't like the tuna. We got the same vibe, Mr. Man. I get it. I get it. Okay, here we go. Almost there. I'm almost free.
Mr. Man, you're so sweet, but you are a menace and I'm trying to finish editing. I'm so fucking close to being
Done with 553 fucking pages of content. Now, this is fucking obnoxious, and now I have to still eliminate 16,000 of them. Let's see. Let me see. God, what am I going to do? I need a punchy last line here. There we go. There we go. Okay, fuck. Alright, I'm done. I'm out of here. That was a lot. Now I get to go all the way back up here. And I most importantly need to do this, like this, and then I need to go like this, and then I need to go... let's see... Maybe like generate some titles or something. I don't know. I'm fucking done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat pasta, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna go get Tatsu his food from downstairs first. So My nose is cold. I'm gonna go freeze. Thanks for hanging out. I probably won't be back until Wednesday to go and do more Heaven's Equal stuff. So I will see you then. Thanks for being cool, and I hope you have a good, productive rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.